Well, it's time to talk flowers. According to Brides Magazine, the tradition of flowers in a wedding dates back to the ancient Egyptians who carried fragrant herbs and spices to ward off bad luck during weddings. So Paige is live in Dallas to introduce us to a florist who has taken this ancient tradition and applied her own modern twist of floral design. Hello and good morning to you, Paige.
Good morning to you and good morning, Texas. Yes, talk about beautiful bouquets that definitely kind of think outside of the box. That is the theme behind the House of Honor. And this is Alex Elkin. She is the designer behind these different fantastic bouquets. It is so great to see you today. Good morning.
It's so good to see you.
We are talking all things wedding. We got to meet our wonderful couple who's doing a vow renewal ceremony. They're going to be doing it on the air on Friday. But let's talk about something like flowers. I was surprised to learn how old the tradition of flowers is. It's something that's back from ancient times, that flowers were really a part of symbolizing this union between a couple. Tell me, Alex, a little bit about what interested you in getting into this business and creating such beautiful designs.
I really love the design behind it, and we wanted to get involved and do something new and modern with it just because it is such an old tradition, and we really wanted to put a new twist on it. So that's how I got involved. I've been in the industry for about 10 years, and I picked up florals because I just felt like there was something lacking in that.
You say that florals is art. Yeah. And that's how you approach it. Yeah. We're going to be showing you a number of different designs. Tell me about this design and what makes it particularly unique.
So this is a pretty standard centerpiece, but what we do love to do is use not typical flowers. You'll see roses, hydrangeas. I still love to use those, but here you have a lot of sweet pea, we have hellebores, we have anthurium, which is some of my favorite, and then even these tulips. Tulips have
Look at these tulips with these little fringes on the side.
Yeah, so these are frilled tulips. These are some of my favorite, and tulips have definitely made a comeback along with calla lilies this year. So just having fun with the design on those has been just so much fun.
Well, let's move on to this larger bouquet too. What I love about this is the fact that you use orchids in the design. That is spectacular, as well as other things that I've never seen before. Tell me more.
Yeah, so this is hanging amaranthus. You'll see this in a lot of our designs. It's one of my personal favorite flowers, along with these orchids. You'll see orchids anytime I get a chance to work with them.
Well, and I love that you've incorporated it into a bouquet.
Of course.
And this, let me just say, okay, we're going to call this one the star of the show. It has a little bit of everything. And what I love, as you said, are things that are unexpected. This kind of reminds me something out of the Muppet movie.
Or even the Lorax.
The Lorax. That's
say
what
that.
it is.
Yeah.
It's the Lorax.
So these are allium. These have definitely made a huge comeback this year. You'll see them a lot of the times, but they're so fun. They're so unique. They're obviously standalone. So I personally love to use them. We had a wedding where we got to use hundreds and hundreds of them. Even some of the arrangements were just that.
All right, well, I have some pictures too, because you're seeing your little sample now, but they go much further. You're going to see these images that really showcase all these different designs, really out of the box. I'm curious about what have been some of your more unique requests that you've been asked to incorporate that somehow you were able to do so successfully.
So some people like a little bit more of a minimalist look, and that's how we use our floral pins.
And I want to talk about the floral pins, but I also want to talk about, you've been able to use even fruits and vegetables within some of these different designs. Really unique. And the bouquets that you have, we don't have a bouquet here, but you saw them in the pictures. That's something too, what the bride is carrying, that's really important to nail that, because the focus is of course on the bride. Absolutely. But now we're going to get to do a little demo, and I'm going to have an opportunity to play. So tell me what we're doing here.
Okay, so these are the floral pins, and a lot of the times we have fruit at the base of our floral pins. We don't have that today, but we are going to work with hanging amaranthus. I love to find my highest point just by placing it.
All right.
And it's really cool. They have these pins, so you just stick them into that. So I'm going to let you keep adding them just to this one region, and then
do I cut this one?
Yeah, you can cut it to any length.
Okay.
So if you want to do a shorter and just kind of put it right here.
Okay, but what if you can't even use the tool? There you go. People who know me, they're like, oh, she doesn't know Paige. She doesn't know how limited she is.
And floral pins do not have to be boring. We're gonna add some orchids here. So we're just gonna cut this one off here.
I think I cut this one too little,
And
honestly.
that's totally fine.
But you're
A
saying
lot of
that there really are no mistakes.
There
that
are
you
no
really,
mistakes.
You really can kind of add whatever you want.
And what's so beautiful about this flower specifically is its drooping effect. So when it's lower, it just kind of
And it adds to the
swiggles on
table.
the table.
Grab
It
the
looks so
orchid. I want to
beautiful.
see how you incorporate that because we only have, believe it or not, only about seconds remaining. And then any words to the wise when people are thinking about their own special day, what would you suggest to them when it comes to selecting a florist and also coming up with their own creative ideas for floral arranging?
Find somebody you trust, somebody
Okay.
that when you see their work, it inspires you, and that you would be happy with anything that you bring or that they bring. So then,
That's the key thing. So guess what, guys? We're going to be finishing this up. You can go to my Instagram page, which is at Paige McCoy Smith, a little bit later. You're going to see what we've created. You've got the before, you're going to see the after. So thank you so much. You can also find out more information by going to our website, which is on the screen.